XRP could be on the verge of a breakout situation. We want to be watching very closely and to what happens next here with XRP. There's a couple of different scenarios that I am monitoring, and in today's video we are jumping down into the technical analysis on XRP, where I'll be sharing my thoughts and opinions on what I think is most probably going to happen with the price action. Let's roll that intro and get right down into it. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick and I am today discussing what is going on with XRP. As I get into today's video, guys, smash that like button. Let's see if we can hit 500 likes on today's video. If you are new, welcome, subscribe and stay up to date with all the content that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. So following on from the previous video here, we were acknowledging that we have this kind of ascending wedge here. Now this is bearish pattern, but there is still the possibility that we end up with a breakout of this area, as some of the other kind of indicators in the background are actually starting to show more positivity. Okay, so just bear in mind that this is a bearish pattern and we could potentially be looking for a breakdown. We were talking about this in the previous video where we're kind of looking at this as an A, B, kind of C, D, kind of E kind of situation, and that would unfortunately be a bit of a breakdown. Okay, now for the most part, we could look at this as well as continuation on a move to the upside. So this continuation pattern could actually be the breakout to the upside. So although this is typically a bearish pattern, we have to acknowledge that Elliott wave theory is actually saying there's a possibility here that this is actually going to be better placed and we're going to see a surge to the upside. So I want to be aware there's a couple of different ways that this could potentially play out, and I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions on how I would be looking to trade this one. At the moment, as you can kind of see for XRP, we do find ourselves with a resistance range. Resistance really kind of coming in from a closed position. We haven't seen any closed positions above 54.18 cents for quite some time, right? So you can see here we've been wicking above it, but we've not really had any closed positions. A closed position above 54.18 might give the bulls enough momentum to kind of think about that as long positions and to target a bit of a breakout to the upside. The risk reward ratio for trading this one won't be very good in my opinion, so it's not going to be the ideal trade. Instead, I would be looking for a potential break into a higher high, and if we see this, then I would be looking to go long here with a closed position above the previous swing high coming in at 57.15. We'll put a reasonable stop loss on this one and we'll target out the previous area of resistance that we saw up here at around that 61.5 cent range. It's going to give you a risk reward ratio above 1.5 and will be the logical approach to the market in my opinion. Now obviously if I am to be leverage trading, I'm going to be trading on BitGet or Blowfin. They are my go-to cryptocurrency leverage-based platforms. Anyone who caught my previous video where I'm doing a 10k to 100k challenge knows that I'm trading on Blowfin, and most likely if I'm going to be taking a trade for XRP, I will be doing it via Blowfin as well. So if you haven't already signed up, check out the links in the description down below. It's a fantastic platform and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So XRP here could be on the verge of a breakout. Equally though, if resistance does hold, then of course we want to be looking to trade short, and we will put our stop loss above the previous swing high, and we would target out probably coming down quite aggressively for XRP's price. I'll probably have a trailing stop and follow the price as it starts to move down. Again, this would probably be the most profitable scenario, more profitable to kind of short the market than it is to go long. But I do think we are getting close to a point where the market is likely to start pumping to the upside, hence why it's more profitable to go short, but I think unlikely to actually play out. I think there's a higher probability of moves up than moves down, but we want to kind of make sure that we capture both sides of this. If resistances hold, we short, and if we get breakout, we go long, right? If we come into our stochastic RSI, as you can see, it's down in its oversold area. We are looking for a bit of a move to the upside on XRP here on the daily time frame, right? Not only is it oversold on the monthly, daily now, and obviously the 1 hour for the micro time frames. If we turn off the stochastics, throw on the divergence indicator, we can see that the RSI, the yellow line, is lower than the 50 level. We had some bearish divergence recently, as indicated right here, as we started to push up on the 25th of May. And obviously, we've seen some reasonable slippage to the downside on the back of that bearish or hidden bearish divergence, as noted by the indicator. So all in all, on the daily time frame, we are going to be looking for a bit more of a move to the downside. I think is definitely a probable move, but I think we have to see a bit of a surge to the upside first. So just keep an eye on this one. Because what we might find is that we have a short-term correction here, and then this is then followed by a significant move to the downside, and we'll kind of monitor the situation from there. Okay, so ascending wedge would be bearish here, and we want to be aware that this has a tendency to want to break down, but I think technically speaking, in the background, we can see that there isn't a lot of selling pressure mounting for XRP, and as such, the momentum indicators are indicating that I might actually have a reversal in the market coming for XRP. So we just want to make sure that we trade the right side of that. Now, if I roll this up into a weekly time frame, guys, we can then start to take a look at those macros, and you can still see that we have these ideas of coming down again, 41 to 42, or the wider 33 to 46. Now, on this note, we can see that we have a possible scenario here where it does want to come down a little bit more aggressively than we had seen previously. Okay, this is something that we need to kind of consider, but we are nearing the end of this move, and we will be looking for a fantastic run to the upside on XRP in the future. In my opinion, this could have a pretty decent return on investment. Not as good as maybe some of the newer projects that haven't really seen significant gains over the last few years or so. But when it comes to XRP, we will see reasonable gains. It won't be mind-blowing, but it will be pretty reasonable in my opinion. Now, this move to the upside is a part of a much bigger macro play. We're looking for a WXY targeting out the 559 to 1126. This will be either a 3 or 5 wave move. For example, we have an idea of a potential 5 wave move like this, or alternatively, we could see a 3 wave pattern playing out like this. Again, this one will basically just be a double top, but also does have the ability to turn into a 5 wave corrective pattern known as a WXY, X, and Z. So again, mirrors that of the impulsion, but without the impulsive trigger points. So for the most part, our kind of price expectations still remain 559 to 1126. We might completely dwarf all of this and have surges up towards $34 or higher, depending on the SEC versus Ripple. Obviously, whilst that lawsuit is going on, I don't think we're going to see significant price appreciation. So I do expect us to be kind of lingering around, kind of waiting for a settlement or conclusion of the case between the SEC and Ripple. I think it is going to be the big catalyst for getting the price action to move to the upside in a really significant way. With clarity, institutional level investors and retail investors can have a little bit more confidence in what they're buying, but also it allows the exchanges and anyone who's doing custodial services to know what it is that they're holding, apply and live up to all of the local laws and all of that kind of stuff. So the US has obviously had a huge negative impact on price action over the last few years when it comes to XRP, and we are looking for reasonable price appreciation on the back of conclusion of that lawsuit. So all in all, guys, I don't think there's terribly too much to talk about when it comes to XRP at the moment. Ultimately, the price has been ranging in a sideways movement. The bearish pattern is an ascending wedge, but I do want to note that we have the ability here to see a breakout or a breakdown, and really all we need to do is trade the right direction on confirmation. We don't want to just gamble by going long or going short without getting the confirmation first. You can let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you found this useful, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and if you haven't done so yet, check out this video here where I'm doing the 10 to 100k trading challenge.